How did this feel?
I mean, it was great. It was physical. It was fast. It was just good to go against somebody who's not my teammate for a change. So it was a great practice.
There was a little moment early on where it seemed like things got mixed up with Zach and Hoffman. What happened there?
I'm not too sure. I think Zach just got caught up. I really couldn't tell you. It was a lot of, it was fast motion, a lot of bullets flying. But we kind of talked about things at the special teams period, kind of cleaned some things up. I'm not really sure if there was, a miscommunication or just like whatever. I'm not sure.
How would you do? Oh, sorry.
You said what? Out of these, I really think it's just that competitive edge. I mean, it's almost like it feels like a game to me in a lot of ways. Like you're going against somebody, my adrenaline is extremely high. I have a penchant to want to come out and perform to my best. And it's just one of those things where you kind of get to see tempers flare. Like you kind of get, you get hot blooded because this is our field. This is where we practice every day. They're coming out here and we're trying to compete, but it may not be any points on the board, but it still matters to us to go out and show our standard and be who we are.
What was the temperature out here between the teams?
I mean, it was good. There was a little bit of John and nothing crazy, but I think we took care of each other. I think that's the biggest thing is just taking care of your brother. When those tempers do fly, make sure you're in the mix. Make sure you're in the mix. Make sure your guys are good. Make sure you're trying to prevent things from, of course, getting out of control because we're not here to fight, we're here to play football. But at the same time, we're fighters by nature. So just make sure you take care of your brother.
How would you assess Brock Hoffman's performance with the ones today, playing out there with him?
I think he did well. Obviously, I feel like we talked a lot about our keys and a lot of the things we were going to see from them. A lot of the things they're known for. And it was great to have Zach, kind of, talking to us because Zach, he understands our scheme. He understands their scheme. He understands how they play. He understands how they don't play. So if we saw something abnormal, say, a three-tech to one side or whatever the case may be, we're just communicating, letting each other know, like, something might pop off, just be ready for that. And so I think he did well.
Any game or practice trying to set the tone. You had a couple of big runs that you popped early on. How did that feel to get Rico and Zeke in the clear?
I mean, it felt great. I mean, that's what we're here to do. We're here to open up lanes for them to go out and show their athleticism and who they are as running backs. And so that's something that, of course, we can be better on. I don't think, I could have dominated, every run. I want to dominate every single run block. And I know that might be an unrealistic expectation, but it's what I want to do. Every run we have, I want it to pop. I want, 5, 10, 5, 6, whatever it may be. So it felt good to just be able to have them get in those open lanes and run. I mean, I enjoy coming out here because it allows me to focus. I get to get away from home a little bit. I get to get away from my two beautiful, Canary Mastiffs who drive me insane. And, I just get to come out here and focus on the grind. It's beautiful weather out here. In Texas it's 103. I'm a Texas boy by nature, so, I can adapt. But, everybody's not used to that. So I think it's great for us to come out here, kind of get away from a lot of distractions and just focus on work. I mean, we get to go to the beach, you might go to LA, enjoy some stuff, but it's only one day, so you can't go too crazy. But yeah, we get to get out and kind of stretch our toes a little bit.
Tyler, seeing this team again on Sunday, obviously it's very unlikely that you and the starters will be playing, but for the young guys behind you, like the Nathan Thomases, what do you tell them that they need to show in their preseason games?
I mean, go out there and do everything that we practice doing. We practice this. Our standards are our standard. Go out there and use your technique. Don't get out there and just do whatever you want to do. But compete. At the end of the day, compete. Go 100 miles per hour. Be confident in everything that you do. Show who you are as a player. Don't get caught up on the small stuff. If you make a mistake, don't get caught up on that. Go out there, play 100 miles per hour. Be the athlete. Be the player. Be the man that you are on that field.
Knowing that you guys probably aren't going to play a lot of preseason, at least starters, how do you feel like you got enough out of this practice to kind of tide you over to week one?
I mean, being real, I get it. Every practice I approach, it's like a game for me. Like, I can't get any of these reps back. Mm-hmm. And so every rep that I take, every practice that we have padded, non-padded, mock games, I have to stress to myself the importance of that, especially if I'm not going to be playing in the, preseason games on Sunday. So just taking every rep that you have as if it's a game rep is a great way to do it. This won't be the only practice we have. We'll have more practices against us, good on good and stuff like that. And so I think we'll be fine.
With everything going on with Dak, his contract, how do you feel like he's looked this training camp?
I think Dak is doing great. I don't think we're worried. One thing, that's big for us is just focusing on ball. All that other stuff will take care of itself as long as you take care of ball.
Looked like 2 or 3 skirmishes out there, but both teams just need to kind of make a concerted effort. If it started, just kind of surround everybody and diffuse it. Was that kind of the approach?
I mean, Coach McCarthy harped on us. He wanted us to be disciplined, right? And, discipline is a huge thing for me. But I also think at the end of the day, we're men. Disrespect won't be tolerated, of course. And so when tempers fly, our thing was to just protect our brother. We're not out here to pop off helmets and hit anybody or, kill anybody or anything like that. But, we're going to protect our brother the right way.
I mean, this seemed like sounds stupid, it seems like a healthy, the skirmishes seemed healthy compared to a lot of times what they happen in this camp.
Right. Yeah, I think, everybody came out uninjured. Nobody, got caught up or anything bad. So, I'm happy that everybody came out healthy. Everybody's good. And, I think that's good for the soul. I'll be honest with you. This is a physical sport. Attitude is a huge part of this game. And I like the attitude I've seen from the guys today.
Well, you got to build that edge. You can't, because you're in pads so little before the regular season starts. You got to kind of
exactly. So.
It's not like Seattle yesterday. You see what Metcalf did?
Oh yeah, I seen him on TV. Yeah.
Those are his own guys too. That was like.
Yeah.
He took the helmet off his corner and he swung it and hit the safety on the top of it.
Yeah, I think self-control is a big one. And tempers gonna fly. I'm not gonna say myself I can't get angry, but you want to avoid felonies. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, appreciate it.